Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all grinding well in Warframe. Today's video is just gonna be a really quick and easy guide to beating, destroying Kuva Liches in 2019. I will be approaching this from a perspective that is more suited to experienced players. Newbies can still learn a lot though, so if you have any questions at all, just leave them in the comments, I'll get to you. I've seen players get stuck with a Kuva Lich almost unintentionally and then regretting it immediately, which is bad, very bad. It is better now though that they've tweaked the spawning phase so you could opt out if desired, but that doesn't stop new and unaware players from just going out stabbing some autistic looking Grineer when the mercy kill prompt comes up. It also does not help that this is all DE put effort into with regards to an in-game Kuva Lich guide. Seriously, Kuva Liches are difficult if you're a fairly new player. Really difficult if you don't know what you're doing at all. For a lot of us, those things are just moderate bullet sponges, let's be honest, even at rank 5 or 6. It's the RNG walls that are difficult. The Liches, even though they were kinda hyped harder than me now in the 3rd week of November, don't come anywhere near the almighty level 69 sentient wolf who was and still is the coolest boss ever. He was just another bullet sponge like the others, I know, but at least he looked awesome. Not this stage 5 cancer abomination that would make even Lephantis jealous. Stage 5 because they're beyond dead at this point, you know, resurrection and stuff. Whatever. Don't worry if you accidentally got yourself stuck with a Lich. In the near future, there should be an update that would allow you to just commission that Lich problem to someone else. Basically, get it off your back. Hashtag fingers crossed though. But if that doesn't happen, here's a simple 4-step guide to destroying Kuva Liches, effectively turning them into another farming statistic. To start the whole ordeal, you will first have to kill a Kuva larvaling. They spawn in Grineer dominated areas, and if you want one real fast, just bring an Equinox or Saren with an ESO build, like this one over here, to a Grineer exterminate mission like Adaro and Setna, for example. Once you've killed the larvaling, the RNG system will then start to generate a Kuva Lich with any one of these special weapons, with a specific bonus attribute. That weapon then becomes your prize once you kill the Kuva Lich. You can't really control what weapon you will get, but the bonus is actually tied to what Warframe you used to kill the larvaling. Here's a quick cheat sheet. If you want a weapon with innate radiation damage as a bonus, then you could use Equinox, for example. Now, killing the Kuva Lich isn't as simple as spamming your Rubico Prime or Catchmoon. Also, can we have a moment of silence for Catchmoon, please? Okay, the Kuva Lich has 3 stages of health. To get through each stage, you need to perform finishers with the correct Requiem mods equipped. How do you know which ones are correct? You hunt Kuva Thralls that spawn on Kuva Lich controlled missions to get Requiem MURMURS. Once you have enough, the required mod will show up here under the known Requiems section. You need to kill about 30 Thralls for the first and second Requiem hints each. For the third one though, it's gonna be like 70. Exterminate, Sabotage, and Survival are my preferred missions for farming them Thrall boys. Also, if a Kuva Lich decides to invade, I've noticed that the Thralls do spawn with increased frequency, so you can use that to your advantage provided you can cuck that Lich effectively. Requiem mods for your Parazon only drop from the Requiem relics, which can drop from Kuva Thralls, or can be obtained through any one of the Kuva Siphon missions with the Kuva Flood giving 1 guaranteed relic. Pro tip, you don't have to do the siphoning actually, just complete the mission and extract. You will still get the relic, trust me. My best advice though, if you're gonna go farm for them, do it with a public squad or friends. Just find someone, find a partner, and bug them to do it with you, or maybe trade something in return. The relics and mods are tradable, because otherwise it's gonna drive you insane, especially if you're going after your first Lich. Subsequent Liches will be easier though to deal with because of spare mods and relics already available. Requiem mods are also going for like 10 to 20 plats currently for a fully charged one. This is on PC of course with data from Warframe Market. If you're really lucky you could snatch one for 5p, but that's probably gonna be on its last charge. With all the right Requiem mods equipped on your Parazon, you will now have to go hunting for your Kuva Lich, which is kinda funny because I kinda got the vibe that we were supposed to be the ones who were hunted. Anyway, successfully performing a finisher on your Lich requires you to have the right mod in the right slot or combination. The only way to know the right combination is to either guess the first time round and get lucky, or performed several failed finishers in a row, which also means dying. Yes, you're probably gonna have to die a couple of times even if you've worked really hard to play really well up to this point. This is just retarded. It really is. I'll save all the ranting for an entirely separate discussion piece though, because there are some interesting things I want to talk about surrounding the kerfuffle with the most recent Old Blood update. Also, if you want to hunt your Kuva Lich, I do recommend going at it solo. If you really need help, then please find friends. There are reasons for this. Anyways, once you've gotten the right combination, bring your biggest, baddest tank and or damage frame and just go on full beast mode. My personal favorite, Chroma Prime of course. Pay attention to the weaknesses and resistances of your liches. They do vary from one another, so you should really take them into account when modding your weapons. Speaking of weapons, Rubico Prime, end of story. Don't go suggesting Catch Moon or something like that, cause you don't want to risk getting script killed by the fricker. If you're a frame that has an exalted weapon like Titania for example, then feel free to go with that. Otherwise, a well modded sniper is the way to go. If you really don't want to, then maybe Rattleguts, Fulmin, or Exotic Contagion if you're confident that you won't get ambushed in tight spaces. Once you got them down on their last legs, you can then decide to either kill or convert your Lich. Both options will yield all the rewards, don't worry. And with that little clip, I hope you guys grow up to be proud Lich hunters and maybe not leave the game, you know? Just saying. Anyways, don't forget to follow me on the socials, and if you're interested in getting one step closer to my fluffiness, there will be a link in the description to my Patreon page where you can gain access to the Discord server for just $1.50. That's all for now. See you guys in the next video.